I fell into this career in broadcasting. I didn't grow up thinking I was going to be working for Channel 5 as a news anchor. I did an internship in college, really by accident. Wasn't my plan, but ended up doing an internship and realized after about a week that this is really fun. It's never boring. I get to go out of the newsroom on stories. I'm not sitting behind a desk all day. I get to talk to people, I get to write, and I absolutely loved it. So after my freshman year in college, I knew this is what I wanted to do. I am a native of Mobile. My husband and I met at McGill-Tulane Catholic High School when we were 16 years old. So we started dating really young, and right out of college, I went to Notre Dame, came back home, started working, but he needed to continue his schooling in Birmingham. So I moved up there to be with him after we got married, and we were up in Birmingham for about 6 years. I worked at Fox 6 up there, but as soon as he was finished and he got offered a job down here and I got offered a job back here at Channel 5, we wanted to move back home so we could be surrounded by our families and be able to raise our children around all their cousins and their aunts and their uncles and their grandparents, and we couldn't have made a better decision. The business has changed a lot. I would say the biggest change is just digitally. When I started in this business, there was not a big emphasis on the website and posting web stories, but now everything is online. Our stories most of the time are online before they're even on TV. And that digital component is so important, as well as the social media component. We are able to hear what people think about stories. We are able to get news tips. We are able to communicate with our viewers so much better than we used to, because social media didn't even exist when I first started in this business. So it's created a little bit more work for everyone in the newsroom, but now people are getting their news right here on their phones, and they can get their news right away because we are posting whatever we learn right away on the web, and people love getting their news right here in their hand. There are quite a few pressures in this job, and that's something I really had to get used to from the get-go. First of all, there is a lot of stress in meeting a deadline. You have to be able to meet a deadline because that show is starting at 5 o'clock. If you aren't done with your story when you're a reporter, too bad, the show's not waiting for you. So you have a lot of time pressures, getting your story in, being able to write quickly, being able to interview people quickly and process all of that information. And nowadays, we are so big on breaking news, there is a lot of pressure to just start talking before you even really know what you're talking about. And that's something I've really had to grow and learn how to do, to be able to stretch, to be able to fill time, and be able to process information so quickly as it's coming in. But I feel like that's something that comes with experience. When you first start out in this business, it's very, very stressful because you're having to talk about something that's happening that you don't know a lot about, and you're learning about it as the audience is. But as you do it more and more, and we're given so many opportunities on the anchor desk, it becomes a little bit easier. And now I love it. I love that heart pumping feeling, that adrenaline that gets going when we're talking about breaking news. And I love that challenge. Well, I think that the most important thing about being successful in TV news is being a people person, because we are all about pleasing the viewers and talking to people and learning their stories. So if you are sort of an antisocial person, this is not for you. If you are a person who doesn't like stress, this business is not for you. You have to be able to be a really fast-paced person. I am that person. I feel like I can multitask, but I think this business is so interesting and so different every day. So if you are the type person who likes something new coming at you all the time, then this business is for you. I am absolutely honored to be named the Associated Press Best Anchor for the state of Alabama. I have won this award before in the past. This is the third time I've won it, but I haven't won it in several years, so I was absolutely thrilled. And the reason why I'm so honored is because, well, number one, I love this job and I love the people of Alabama, and I chose to come back to my hometown because I love this town, I love this state. And I work really hard. So to be recognized for all of the hard work is just like, wow, I mean, that is just amazing. But there is so much talent in this state, even in our newsroom. So I feel like anyone in our newsroom could have won. It just happened to be me this year. So considering the level of talent, not only here in Mobile, but I've worked with all those anchors in Birmingham, and I know the talent up there. It's just, I'm humbled and I'm honored, and I am so excited to have received this award. I honestly can say that I don't regret anything that I've done in my career. When you asked me to think about that question, I thought, no. I mean, there's a part of me that always wonders, could I have ever made it to the Today Show or Fox News or something like that? But in this life, in our lives, we have to make choices. And my husband and I wanted to have children. So we needed to raise them in a place where we thought they would have the best childhood. And that is being surrounded by family and friends. And my husband has a job where he doesn't need to be moving around every few years. And that's what happens at broadcasting. If you're going to go national, you've got to move every few years. And so I don't regret not going for it, like trying to make it onto national news. There's always a side of me that wonders, could I have? I don't know. But I've been very happy and very satisfied here in Alabama. Mobile means everything to me. I'm a home girl. When my husband and I and the kids go out of town, I am always ready to come back home. I love being surrounded by family and friends and everything the Gulf Coast has to offer. We absolutely love the water. We spend a lot of time on Mobile Bay. We love the seafood. We love the southern hospitality. Every single thing about this town and this area we enjoy. So it's everything to me. I can't imagine living anywhere else. I think the most important thing if you want to be on air in TV news is you've got to learn how to write. Because people always say, do you write your stories? And absolutely, I write every single one of my stories. We have producers that help us write the newscasts, but we go in and edit them and we write a lot of stories on our own. So I would say, number one, get a college degree. You don't have to major in broadcasting, just get a college degree. And I would suggest writing a lot. As much as you can write. And then do some kind of college radio where you're just talking. You're on a talk show, whether it's rock and roll, or I did classical music broadcasting in college. And also do internships. Do as many as you can. Here, if you're local, here at WKRG or one of the other stations, or wherever you go to college or your college TV station, just do as many internships as you can. That's the advice I would give someone who's going into this business. I'm just very humbled that the viewers have accepted me for so many years. I've been in this market on and off for, well, gosh, about 15 years, on and off. I went to Birmingham in the middle of that. But I feel like every time I go out in public, people are so nice. People are never rude. They always say, we love to watch you. Oh, we love Alan Seals. We love Roseanne and Peter and I mean, people are just so gracious. And that is always so wonderful to go out in public and always feel so good about what we're doing. So I consider having this job a privilege. I am so grateful to our bosses for keeping me around, and I hope that they keep me around for many more years.